Shalom. First off, I want to start out by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure. Shalom. This is your brother Hashar from the Great Millstone Savannah Camp, coming back in spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, I pray and hope that it is edifying and exhorting. All right. And I want to do this lesson, other than what's been going on in Israel. All right. This is the hottest topic. All right. And as you can see, the title of this article is "Can NATO Survive Without the United States?" All right. And just to give a brief update on what's been going on, DJ Trump, all right, has been standing on, making these nations that are a part of NATO, all right, the lesser nations, all right, the smaller nations, all right, pay their fair share, okay. And I was listening to the elder Yeshua was listening. He, I think the statistic was that the countries should be paying 3% of their GDP. All right, and America pays 3.9%, which is, in GDP, compared to a lot of other nations in NATO. I guess that's a lot. So, all right, it's basically pay to play scenario for these different NATO countries. All right, and this is important because this is biblical prophecy. Okay, this is biblical prophecy. All right, I want to get the heart of the kings. All right, yeah, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart, meaning his mind, la'ab, right? In the Hebrew, that word heart there is la'ab, okay, which means your mind. All right, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right, and the Lord's will, okay, is to, destroy Babylon the Great. All right, and have these nations turn against it. All right, and it's all throughout the scriptures. Okay, and what we see now is, the moves that are going to make that happen. Okay, we see the divisions, the cracks in the wall. All right, that represent an indicator of what's to come. All right, and we here at Great Millstone, we are the watchmen. All right, we are watching on the wall, and we're reporting the things that are taking place around the world and how they line up to biblical prophecy, how they line up, okay, to let us know, all right, where we are in time. All right, so I want to get I'll come back to Daniel. I want to get Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. Okay, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things, right? Of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, It says, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonders, and powerful works, and endings, and effects, and signs." And so, part of these effects and wonders and signs, all right, these things that show forth, all right, the end, all right, which is the end being manifested, all right, is NATO and the EU being divided, which, all right, these are the ten horns, all right, or the 10 heads and the 7 horns, all right, spoken about in the Bible, in the scriptures. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit in Daniel. Okay, Daniel, the second chapter. All right, um, Nebuchadnezzar's vision. Okay, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go from the fourth kingdom. All right, and Daniel chapter 2 and verse 40. It says, "In the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron break in pieces, and subdueth all things, as the iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise." Okay, speaking about the Roman Empire. Okay, the Roman Empire, uh, subdued, and it subdued the whole world. All right, it brought the whole inhabited earth under its subjection during its time. All right, and we know that America, all right, through the Renaissance period, right, which is when you go into that word Renaissance, it means the rebirth, right? America was the rebirth, all right, through the British, all right, the French, and the Spaniards, okay, and the Spanish, right? You got the America, all right, through the alliances of Europe, right, which we going to, we go into, right, the 10 horns, or the 10 heads and the 7 horns. All right, through that you got America, that small horn, the little horn. Okay, and America is the hammer of the earth. All right, this is where the military might is of the Edomites. Okay, and the same thing happened in Greece and in Rome. All right, they ruled by the sword, which is a blessing that was given unto their forefather Esau, Edom. Okay, but the blessing, right, which they were given, is going to be their downfall ultimately. Okay, because the sword that they have developed, all right, the scripture says the smith that bloweth the coals, the Lord created. Okay, the Lord created these thermonuclear missiles, all right, so that they can serve His purpose. All right, verse 41, it says, "Whereas thou saw the toes, the feet and the toes, part of potter's clay, part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided." So, as you can see, all right, through this article, all right, other articles, right? So I have this one. It says European leaders agree on defense spending surge at critical EU summit. Okay. It says the European leaders agree to significantly boost defense spending to ensure Europe's security. All right. So, uh, this is one where, you know, this is one war where Trump has been able to step back, all right, step back on and put America first. Uh, he had that meeting with Zelensky last week, basically telling him, hey, where's what are we getting in exchange for our tax dollars that we're sending over there, right? Which, part of it is a big money laundering scheme, right? which if you got eyes to see, you can see that, right? These different, Democratic uh, congressmen and, seat holders, all right? They made, billions of dollars basically off, having different defense, I guess, or overseas accounts set up over there, and the money just was going straight to them. All right, I think they said they had like 1.3 or 1.9 billion dollars that they can't find. It's unaccounted for. All right, so Trump was basically telling Zelensky, hey, we need to know where this money went. Where these weapons that you bought, where are they? Right? What the money was spent on, and Zelensky came in there with his, basically demanding more money. All right, being a proud devil that he is, but it's all a theatrical show. It's all a front. All right, for the elites, because the elites want a confrontation. Okay, they make money when there's war. All right, so when they put these different leaders in front of us and have them bickering or have them making these different policies, it's all a front. All right, to for the new world order. Okay, so it says Europe's security and voiced near unanimous support for Ukraine at an extraordinary meeting on Thursday after the United States dramatically pulled back its assistance to the continent in a historical up up upending of transatlantic relations. So yeah, man. All right, he hasn't, Donald Trump hasn't had the same sentiment um for the, I won't even call it a war, all right, but the conflict in the Middle East, okay, where the least of the flock is, drawn America out, which is beautiful. It's beautiful that, there's no let up over there. They even canceled their ceasefire. So these things are coming upon the earth because they're prophecy, they're prophetic, all right? And the kingdoms are divided against one another, man. All right, you have America who, they have this policy where they're trying to put the citizens first, so to speak, which is a double, it's a double speak, all right? Um, and then you have, different European nations that are saying, hey, if you don't help Ukraine, then we're next, all right? And America has made these different sanctions and tariffs and backdoor deals that is killing the EU's economy. Okay. Not only that, Trump is basically saying that there's no need for the NATO alliance. All right, because the um the Soviet communism war is over. So he's saying that basically these alliances have outlived themselves. All right, and it's time to think up some new alliances. And, even him reaching out to China as much as he does, all right, is a false sense of security, okay? Because Russia, we know prophetically is going to push that button, all right? It says, but there shall be in it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and the toes and the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partially strong and partially broken. All right, meaning uh these different nations, all right, some of them are strong. You have the French, all right, the UK, Turkey, and America. They're like NATO and EU's, military might, okay? But then you have, smaller countries that don't have much military might, through these different sanctions. They're not getting the GDP they used to have. All right, so they're not trying to pay that fee. Okay, so you have partially strong and you have partially broken clay. All right, it says, "Whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men." Right, speaking about Esau, Edom, right, because he is the fourth kingdom, the fourth beast. It was said that he would be ruling. Okay, it says, "But they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay." All right. It says, in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but shall break in pieces and consume all the kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So this was that stone that was cut out of the mountain, okay, and that represents Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his kingdom. All right, and um that's the kingdom that is going to be to come. All these military alliances, all these plans for the future, all right, they are going to be to no avail, okay, because the Lord is going to ultimately work. All right, the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men. Let's get that. That's also in Daniel. Okay, all right, Daniel chapter 4, in verse 14, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and of the man by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men." So the Most High, all right, Yahweh, right, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, all right, he rules in the kingdom of men. All right, he's gonna let his will be done. All right, don't get caught up in executive orders and fighting and conflicts. No, the Lord is in control. All right, and ultimately these prophecies are going to come to pass. The Lord spake, all right, and swore by himself that these things will happen. It says, "And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." All right, which is the nation of Esau, Edom. Okay, um, so the Lord is gonna let his have his will be done, man. I want to get Jeremiah chapter 50. Okay, um, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 1. It says, the word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. It says, "Declare ye among the nations, and publish, set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Murdoch is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, uh, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast." So, this is what's gonna take place in America, man. Okay, and that country that cometh out of the north country is Russia. Okay, um, and Russia is gonna destroy, along with these other European nations. They're gonna come against Babylon. All right, um, verse 9. Okay, skipping down to verse 9, it says, "For lo, I will raise up and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country," right, which could be considered Europe, but primarily Russia, right, Turkey in there, all right. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her from thence. She shall be taken, their arrows shall be as a mighty excrement, none shall return in vain, and Chaldea shall be a spoil all that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Lord. Why? Because they got raw deals. All right. You were in bed with the whore and she burnt you. Okay. Verse 11, it says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. Right. Because you rejoice against the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, our destruction. Okay. You destroyed us. All right. You put us all over the news, all your propaganda. Right. Um, here it is. Jake is the face of all things criminal, right? But Esau is the biggest criminal on the planet. He's the biggest vagabond, and there's no justice for him, man. So the Lord is gonna get that justice, man. All right, the Lord is gonna get that vengeance. Okay, it says, because ye are grown fat as the heifers at grass, and bellow as the bulls, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Ugh, Salakia. Like, yeah, man. The mother, what is America's mother? It's Britain. All right. It's Europe ultimately, right? Because um Rome came out of Europe, right? Rome was seated in Italy. Okay. So through these different nations came America. Okay, and it says that your mother is going to be sore confounded. All right, meaning, uh, they gonna be confused, just as much as you. All right, because they're gonna shoot missiles on you. All right, and they gonna regret that, but ultimately it's gonna happen. All right, verse 13, it says, because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that be in the boat. So everybody that has missiles, all right, those thermonuclear missiles that has military, they're gonna shoot. All right, it says, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are fallen down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she has done, do unto her. All right, so the Lord is going to do what you did to the nations, all right, unto you. All right, and you've gone throughout the earth being that, that vagabond, man. All right, that fugitive, okay, setting up puppet governments and dethroning coups and giving people diseases, everything, man. You've been that guy, man. All right, so the Lord is gonna use you. All right, the Lord is gonna do what you did. All right, to you. All right, yep. All right, this is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 12. It says, "In the ten horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as a king 1 hour with the beast." And these are talking about the European, what is it? The European Economic Community. All right, which out of the European Economic Community came the EU and NATO. Okay, but it says that what they receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Okay, so they're in their rulership. All right, they're in their heaven, so to speak. Verse 13, it says, "These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast." So they have given their power and strength, meaning they made an alliance. Okay, And that's what the NATO represents. Is one is attacked, we all are attacked. So that's that one mind. Okay, that's that promise of military fight. Military might. Verse 14 it says, "These shall make war." Like it says, "These shall make war with the Lamb and shall overcome them, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for Yahweh is the Lord." All right, for He is the Lord of Lords, Salakia, and the King of Kings, and they are with Him, and they that are with Him are called and chosen and faithful. All right, meaning the elect, the 144. Okay, so they're gonna, in the midst of their fighting, make war against the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay, when he cracks those clouds. All right, and also the elect. All right, because we're gonna be with Yahweh Shai. All right, so we're gonna be beamed up. All right, and ultimately that'll be the Lord's military. All right, verse 15 it says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, because America is stretched out. All right, its military might, its people, its philosophies, its culture, all throughout the earth, man. All right. It says, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So that whore is mystery, Babylon the Great, America, okay, which is not, it's no longer a mystery to the elect, okay, it's apparent, we know, okay. It says, it says, um, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire, for Yahweh hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, like we read in Daniel. All right, the 4th chapter. Okay, the Lord hath put it in their minds to fulfill His will, man. All right, and these other, these different NATO nations who had long-standing agreements. All right, we read it. I think I read it last week. They are confederate. All right, with America. All right, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, they're gonna be not destroyed. So like they're gonna be they're gonna shoot those missiles, man, and destroy America. Okay, they ultimately are gonna end up hating America, man, end up turning on it. All right, laying that wound. Okay, and this place is never gonna be inhabited. Okay, it says for um Yahweh hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of Yahweh shall be confirmed. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is America. Okay, so these are beautifully prophetic things taking place in the earth, man, and we are to watch, man. We are to warn. All right, and we are, man. We are, uh, on our watch, letting you know that America is, quickly circling the drain. It's going down. All right, and ultimately, World War III is on the horizon, man. There's not going to be any peace. All right, and through that war, all right, is going to come the time of like never before seen on the planet Earth, a time of great violence and trouble. Okay, so it would behoove you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans to repent, man. Come back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Come back to the name, the true name, biblical name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Believe on these prophecies. All right. Leave off from the mortal way. All right. And come into this light. So, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom and a Bible ball.